How is it supposed to start? It starts just like that. That's how episode number 3 starts, with the ladies propping each other up, telling how good they're late as they 45 minutes late.
Yeah, they always late.
They're late, man.
Yeah, don't play no games. I have to adjust this thing. I gotta figure it out.
All right, Sunday night Vibe podcast. We're on. I want to go ahead and get the plugs out real quick because when we get started, we typically forget and don't say nothing. So make sure you subscribe to the channel right here on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That is SNV Podcast on all channels. So SNV Podcast, give us a follow. We'll do a follow back. Tonight, we're going to talk about men versus women, males versus females, battle of the sexes, just talking about relationships, the different roles in the house, on the job, whatever comes to our fancy here. We got a new addition. I think he thought he was in the band New Edition because he's a little overdressed for the part. I'm in a t-shirt, but we got Mr. Christopher Daniels in the house tonight. What up, Chris?
What up? Hey man, you gotta dress apart, man. You know, you can't. You know, this is relaxed. You know, I got the tie, you know, loose. You know, I'm ready for conversation. Okay. That's what I'm ready. I'm ready to hear what they got to talk about. You know.
No, this is relaxed.
If that's right now. This is a
white beater.
Oh God,
you gotta.
That's a relaxed look.
Hey, I gotta be ready for business at all times. You know, at all times.
We ain't mad at you. Heard that.
Do you think?
I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Oh, okay. I get that.
That's what Jay-Z said. Yeah, you know, that's what Jay-Z said. Hey, that's not. Hey, that. What is it? What you got to say? Hey, that is not one of my lyrics. That is, you know, I did not. That's quoted from Jay-Z. So I don't owe anybody any money. You know.
Sure.
Oh boy.
All right. We'll put this right here.
Christopher needs his own podcast.
The Christopher Daniels Show.
Get that relaxed.
All right, we're bringing it to you. Okay, all right, so let's just kick it off. Let's talk about the differences of men and women in relationships, because there's some misconceptions, you know, some whys that need answered. I have a question for you, but before we get into the nitty gritty, I want to ask you something. And you guys see if you can narrow this down. So there was a survey that was put out there on relationships answered by men and answered by women. And I want to see how close you can come to the actual response. This is kind of like, what's it on the Family Feud, the last, you know, when they running down those questions. But let me ask you, I'm going to start with Nadia. When do men and women know they're in love? How many dates does it take for a man to fall in love and a woman to fall in love? Start with a man. Nadia, how many dates does it take for a man to know he's in love?
Oh, how many dates? Let me see. Now, let me ask you this. Suppose they haven't been going on dates. Could it be like months?
No qualifiers.
Dates?
No qualifiers.
So dates.
Man, answer the question, man.
Okay, so dates. I'll probably say men maybe the second date?
Second date, okay. And women?
Maybe the woman, maybe five.
All right, 2 and 5 for Nadia. Okay, we judging everything that your whole opinions of men and women are relying on these answers right here. So this telling me a lot about you, Nadia, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Chris, how many dates does it take a man and how many dates does it take a woman to fall in love?
So,
wait. Can I change my answer?
What?
Nobody say anything yet, though.
Man, you can't.
Okay, what's your answer?
Girl, this ain't no
Okay.
candy land where you keep your hand
Redo.
on the thing.
Yeah.
He started speaking. You took your hand off the piece.
Let me take mine back. I want to say.
Okay, let her do it.
Is that your final answer?
No, it's not. So let her do it.
Okay. I want to take mine back. I want to say the first date for the man and the fifth date for the woman.
Wow.
Wait.
Okay.
First date?
Let her go. Her hand is off her piece.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right. So, man, this is what I think.
Okay.
For a man, as far as falling in love for dates, I would have to say that it would take a man approximately around like the eight date mark. You know what I mean? Like about 8 times. And then I think for a woman, I think women fall in love a little easier. You know what I mean? I think they, you know what I mean? So I think it would be around like the 3, so 3 for women, 8 for men. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with.
Your final
women fall
answer?
in love easier.
Yeah. That's my final.
Nadia taking offense to that.
Hey, I don't renege, man. You know what I'm saying?
Women fall in love easier. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's what
We'll get back to that. Nadia. You calling them out thinking women fall in love easier. We'll get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Claire, how many dates does it take for a man? And how many dates does it take for a woman to fall in love?
Okay, I'll say, I agree with Chris as far as it takes a man a little longer than it would a woman to fall in love. But now I have to consider how many dates are there, like how many dates are they taking within the month or whatever.
See, that was my question.
So can I say that maybe it'll take a couple of months for him to know
how many dates?
Right person? Dates? I have to say dates.
Not time, dates.
Are these dates is it one date a week? I'm just joking. I'll say, okay, fine then, because I'm thinking about these dates are being kind of spread out. I don't know.
Spending.
I'll say 20 days.
That's what it depends on. How much money that man needs. How much money that man's spending. That's how many dates. If he funding all of the dates, you know what I'm saying? Then it might, it might be a total of 8 dates throughout the whole year. You know what I'm saying? It might,
Okay, I say 20 days for the man and
good red.
15 dates for the woman. No, 20 dates for the man. Yeah, 20 dates for the man and 15 dates for the woman.
20 and 15.
Come on, now, because how many dates?
Right.
Because man, I don't like that question because listen.
Yeah, that's kind of
confusing. How many dates are they taking within a month? How many dates are they? You know what I mean? I can go by time. I can give you time, but
if it's consecutive, I see what you mean. If it's consecutive, and
you understand what I'm saying? Come on now.
Oh, now y'all understanding what she said, but when I said it, y'all get all.
I don't understand because if you feeling somebody and it's mutual, then them dates are going to be sped up.
Yeah.
Versus stretched out, unless there's some kind of circumstance. Okay, so we were all over the board here. So
what do you think?
I got the answers in front of me, so I don't know if that
No, what do you think? Not what they post.
Okay, so what I would say,
we can
I would.
You gotta go from your own experience as well, right?
Well, it's kind of hard because I'm gonna be influenced by what the knowing that the answer is, but
How would no? How can you be influenced if I'm saying from your own personal? I mean, you have a personal experience yourself, so
yeah, but we're not talking about me specifically.
So we're saying. So we're saying according to what they say.
We're saying in general. We're generalizing. When I said men and women, I didn't say you, because you're not a man. You're not gonna be able to tell what a man knows. So this is a generalized. So if I'm gonna generalize, then like I said, it's gonna be hard because I'm sitting there staring at the results. But with that notwithstanding, I would think it would be a longer period of time. I would think, you
think it'd be a longer period of time than what you see in front of you?
And than what I see in front of me, because I'm thinking that it was probably a bunch of dates that you have to go on, like before you talk about you falling in love. I'm thinking like a 6-month period. So within that period, maybe you gone on, if you've seen them every weekend, 4 weekends,
right.
That's 20 dates. So I'm thinking
now does a
15,
Netflix and chill count as a date? That's
a date.
That's a date. Oh dang, I don't know. You have to speak. It might. If you Netflix and chilling, every other day, then I don't know. That might be sped up a whole lot.
It might be sped up.
Yeah.
But if we talking love, I'm still, even with Netflix and chilling, I'm gonna say 15 for a man and maybe 25 for a woman.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking you spending a lot of time, but and this is pulled from a very various different websites here. Psychology Today, dating site reviews, telegraph.com, best fun facts. So this is basically an infographic that I pulled up here that gave us the answer. But what it told us was men know they're falling in love.
Did we lose one person?
Who's that one person? Chris, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Claire, are you there? Claire might have stepped out. So, but I'll go ahead and reveal what they say, and y'all let me know. We'll get your response, what you think about it. Men know they're falling in love after just 3 dates. 3 dates is what it says.
So close.
3. Okay.
You were close. And Claire was the closest with the females, as it says females fall in love after 14 dates.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So 3 and 14. So they're saying men fall way harder than women.
I don't think of it as harder. I think men know if they're going to give a woman the time of day to even go out on a date. And you know what I'm saying? So I think that if around the first date is when they know, okay, this could be potential wifey. And then as it keeps going, then they're like, okay, I can see myself with this person. But falling in deep love, I don't know about all that.
Chris, you were heavy on the other side. You said the women, bam, they fall in love just like that.
Yeah. That's what. But the reason why I said it is because women, like women know from the first time they meet someone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Know from the first time that they meet someone if they even gonna give that person the time of day. You know what I mean? So it's like, but with men, it's like we don't, we're kind of like open to a lot of things. You know what I mean? So it's like, as far as like falling in love that early, like, and it also depends on the demographic. You talking about, You talking about how many? You talking about they surveyed 100 what Asian men, white men, black men? Like you gotta think about it. You know, you gotta think about the the demographic. Like where are they living at? Is this in the South? Is this in the West? You know, so it's like.
So all y'all don't think like.
Oh,
Huh?
you going microscopic with the
No,
information.
I'm just saying though, because you know you got to think about it in that aspect, you know. So you know, like you know, a lot of I wouldn't say like a lot of black men. I don't think a lot of black men fall in love really easy. You know, not after 3 dates. I don't know too many like you would have to know that person. You know what I'm saying? Like you would have to know that person before you go on a date. Like if you've known a person, you've just never went out on a date. I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You know, you know, 3. You know, you went to college with this person or something, and then hey, y'all go on 3 dates, and you just known this person, but just never went out. Y'all just talk every day, and then y'all go on 3 dates. Oh yeah, I can see you falling in love, but you just meeting somebody out the blue,
Okay.
like, hey, that's, you know.
Well, let me ask you this. It says that it takes a man 15 minutes to know if there'll be a second date, where a woman,
Oh yeah.
it'll take an hour.
I believe that.
Oh yeah.
You believe that, Nadia?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense because
So-
women are very methodical, man. They're like in deep thought. So it's like the whole time they watching you eat. Is he chewing on his fingernails? How long he go to the bathroom? Let me, you know, you know what I mean? Like you know, is his shirt tucked in the front when he come back from the bathroom? Like, oh, you know how to, you know, put your zipper up or something, you know, just like weird, like just a lot of things, you know, that women, oh, he don't like giving me eye contact. He don't want to look at me. Oh, he been staring around at the waitress the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of, there's a lot of, I would say like, small things and, you know, intricacies that come into play when women are looking at men for that whole hour. Like, you know, how many times he looked down at his phone? You know, just stuff like that, you know. But like with us, okay, I can vibe with you. You know,
All right.
But
Let me ask Claire this, because this is what has me confused, right? So men fall in love quicker, according to this study, than women, but women have their choice of the litter, right? You know, they're just throwing pitches, they're throwing darts at the board, you know, they trying to holla at everyone and waiting for someone who's gonna take the bait, who's gonna accept, versus women. I feel they have their choice. They have so many suitors coming at them. So when they finally pick one of these people, I would think that would already help narrow it down, where I think men are trying, and whoever accepts the pitch that they're given, then they'll try them out. And if it don't work, let me hurry up and try again. It's a numbers game for men, is what I'm saying, versus women who just have their pick of the litter. So I thought that would make them fall in love quicker. What you think, Clay?
I don't think so.
You don't buy that?
I mean, no. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, they're gonna. I don't really know. What are you asking exactly? Because they have more of a choice that they'll fall in love quickly.
Because
I don't know.
All right, let me try and explain it a different way. Because women, they could pick any of the dudes. Versus the selection for a man, I think, is smaller. Do not, because like if we were in a club, right? And there's 10 men, 10 women in a small club. One man might shoot his shot with all 10 women, and maybe one of them will say, okay, let's go on that first date. Where I think in that same club, the women might have their shot at say 9, and they can choose, oh, I don't want you because of whatever, you look like an X, you're too short, you're too frumpy. So by time they've already narrowed it down, they know what they want because they always get the offers. So that it's easier for them to select a candidate because they have all the choices all the time and they can pick whatever they want versus a man who it's harder for them to get. I mean, y'all ain't understand what I'm putting down?
I'm sorry, not really, because
nope, I'm not either.
I don't know if there's a correlation to that and falling in love because what was that?
Boy, what was that for?
What the heck was that? But, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's that correlation between it just because you have a better chance. I mean, maybe, but I mean, if he's bringing it, if he's got the package that she's looking for, then yeah. But I mean, who's to say that the little, the small group of people he connects with, he doesn't find just that one person out of that 5, women. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on who's, presenting themselves or bringing bring that has the package or whatever that he or she is looking for. I don't see how that is. I mean, first of all, question: why does he only have a chance of 5 people and she have a chance of 20? I don't get that.
That's Christopher. Stop.
What is that?
What do you mean, man? That's the that's the ad libs, throughout.
Chris got sound effects, y'all.
You the sound. Okay.
I got the sound board.
But what are you saying though? I'm so confused. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused on this question.
Okay, do y'all understand? I mean, am I not answering this right?
I'm kind of confused on the question myself. So,
Chris, do you know what I'm talking about, man?
Yeah, man. Like as far as you saying that a lot of what they got to pick. Man. They can pick from from a wide assortment of men. You know what I mean? So they have their choice on what they want. So, but with us is like, we got to get what we can get, so it's like, well, I guess, I guess it work, we don't really have.
Are you serious?
We can't be like, oh yeah, I want her, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm a, but with women, it's kind of like, they got choices. We don't really, there's not too many men with choices, not the amount of choices that women have,
What?
Right.
I'm saying you're talking about like Idris Elba and Denzel Washington, and Trey Songz.
The average man and the average woman.
Women do not have an assortment of men to choose from. Let me correct that. There are tons. They do not have an assortment of men to choose from. No, because if that was the case, Nadia would have been married already.
No, hold on. Let's
the sound effect.
I think men, they have it a little more easier because they're the ones who show that, okay, not show that the relationship can go to the next level, but they're the ones who have to propose and they have to do this and take things to the next level. The girl do that, then we're known as being crazy and moving too fast. So I think it's the man who decides whether it's going to go further. So with that being said, that's why I think women. I don't think women have a whole group of men they can choose from.
What?
I mean,
you crazy.
I don't.
I think
I'm saying y'all have the ability to just be like, you know what, I ain't messing with him. You like, like with us is kind of like, yeah, we do that, then we'll be taking a loss, like we'll be taking a hit, like all right, I guess I ain't gonna be dating her. You know what I mean? That's ooh, you know what I mean? That's like, you like, oh, that's gonna take me a couple
but
weeks
then
to get over. You know
we
what I mean?
move
Like
to the
with
next
y'all, like,
one.
you know, I just whoever next in my DM, you know what I mean? I just go out on a date with them, you know. See what
There you go.
Exactly. So y'all have choices. Some women be like, no, I want to go on a date with them, and then they just like single, just no perspectives, just in the cut, just wondering where everybody at.
No.
Okay, so
Yeah,
basically what Nadia is saying, and I understand where she's coming from, is that there are more women on this earth than there are men. So men can pick a bunch of women. You know what I mean? Men have a bigger, especially if she's only choosing a certain type of guy or whatever. So there's more women. What is that? Is that a boing 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 sound?
Yes.
Why you always make the sound effects when I speak? This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying you said something about men. You know, men. You know, men
Oh, I see what y'all doing. See, because what's not going to happen, y'all not going to gang up on us, because that's basically what she said. There's more women on this earth than there are men.
Claire, that's true. Yet women's in the dating realm still have all the power. Claire, can I put you on blast? And I give my example. Can I put you on blast real quick?
Wait, hold on.
We sipping tea now?
All right.
Okay, now.
We're going to have Chris come on every week with the sound effects.
Yo.
Okay.
All right.
Chris, you're going to have to tell me where you got this from. Where you got the sound effect from. Because, Okay, go ahead, Darren. So what?
All right. So I'm going to put you on blast real quick. So let's go back to college, right?
Right.
Where we all looking for different suitors. Okay.
Right.
So myself, had I want to find a nice young lady to take out to the cinema, I would probably have to pitch 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll get that date. You, on the other hand, walking around, how many different people did you have calling for you? You've had basketball players and soccer players, you had cheerleaders, you had all these different people, and you could turn them down, you could turn this guy down, you could turn that guy down. They came to you, is my point. Okay. Versus me as a man, and you had your choice. You could say, nope, okay, yeah, he's cool. Nope, he's not. Versus me as a man, I didn't have a flock of the ladies coming to me and saying, oh, let's go, take me out here, take me out there, take me out. I had to go, if I wanted a date, I had to go ask that one or maybe that one. It wasn't just coming to me, just walking the walk and talking the talk. Right. So it's so much easier in that perspective. You can narrow it down immediately. You know right away, this dude I'm not messing with. This one, all right, he looked like he got his stuff going on. Let me go ahead and maybe we'll get that first date. Versus a man has to get that rejection. They have to get over that fear. They have to possibly get that rejection. So it's easier for you if you were buying cars in the same way. If everybody brought, their Mustang and their Lexus all to your driveway, you could just tell the ones to get out and get in the car you like. And it's easier for you to fall for that car. I love this car. I got to choose from all the cars. Quite easy. Versus a man and a woman. Come on now.
Yeah, and theirs. And those same guys were also approaching other women too. Because they had
they shooting their shot. They shooting their shot with all the people.
And I know that. And guess what? I'm going them because I know they were shooting.
Right, and they got rejected because they had to go. It's a numbers game for men. You rejected them. The other girl rejected them. Maybe that one said yes, but it's a numbers game where you had the choice.
Right.
It was easy.
Right.
You could like, bam.
Different,
just like what
men
Nadia
have to.
said. There's no different than what Nadia said. That's why I said there's more females than they are men. So, but
that would mean it would be harder for a female because their selection is smaller, but their selection is not necessarily smaller because they're getting more opportunities.
Right. That's what she said, and that's what she said.
So she agreed.
She said, that's why you don't see the deal with blah 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 blah.
No, then she's saying it's harder for a woman to get a male versus a male to get a woman.
Okay.
Because she's saying there's less men, but there may be less men, but there are more men that approach.
Okay, you're right.
No, not that there's less men. It's just that when men get on the what do you call it, on the rebound or denied or whatever, they move and they go to the next one. They have someone in their minds that they could go to. I mean, some women are like that. I don't know. I'm not like that.
What?
So, huh?
What?
That was his own voice this time.
What?
Okay, it wasn't a point.
But
like I said, because most men, it's like.
Stop playing with me.
I don't know. Just speaking from experience with women. Some women, they, like to sit back. They like to have the man come to them or whatever like that. And they're not out physically looking for this person. Like, okay, well, this guy didn't work out. Okay, I wonder what's up with Jimmy. It's like, I don't think, and like I said, I may be wrong because I believe I don't really think like most women when it comes to the dating scene, that's why I think most men, they have more of an opportunity of getting someone versus a woman. Because they can go and they can try to go and look for other opportunities real fast without being categorized as a slut or a hoe or anything like that. Versus us, we're man hungry or boy crazy or whatever like that.
Chris, what you thinking?
So I think
Chris got to look.
I hey man, I think it's like this. We can shoot our shot, right?
Right.
But if you ain't putting the ball in the hoop, then it don't count. It just don't count. Like with women, y'all got the y'all out here like the Kimbe Mutombo, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out here blocking shots. You got your homegirl, you got your homegirl picking and rolling. Y'all, you know what I mean? You coming off the glass, rejecting the ball, you know what I mean? So like but with us it's like we out here like Kobe, we trying to figure out, we like Allen Iverson, Kobe, we trying to figure out how to get to the hole, how to lay it up. Should I dunk this one? Should I shoot it? Like, so but with y'all got the ball, y'all have the advantage already. And it's just not in my eyes, I feel like it's just not fair sometimes. So it's like, like you can't it's not fair for us, because we out here, we shooting our shot. Cause it ain't like how many times have you ladies, how many times have y'all actually approached a man?
That's how it works.
Do you even have to?
For me, it's not. I don't have a problem approaching a man.
No, I'm saying, have you though?
Approaching
and I don't have a problem approaching men.
I'm saying approach. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying approaching a man as far as like, if you feel like you want to speak to that, man, and you know what I mean, you want to see what time it is. You trying to get them 7 digits. You know what I'm saying? How often does that happen though?
I did.
Does it happen?
Yeah, I'm saying.
When I was doing it, yeah.
I'm sure it does happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it does happen, but like now
no, I know what you're saying. Definitely know what you're saying.
how often is it?
It
happening?
doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
It does not
Why?
happen
Because
often at all.
because
And
we're
that's part of-
expected as men
and that's part of the problem.
as men we're expected to do that though, right? We're expected to
Exactly.
to shoot our shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially if you grow up in a Christian home too.
Oh yeah. You have to shoot your shot. Women ain't gonna be going out and trying to see what your name is and talk to you. Now there are some rare occasions. Now if I got a Lamborghini, you know what I mean, and I got a Rolex, I got the nice shoe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. This is hey, flagging me down, trying to figure out, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out how she can get in them jeans. You know what I'm saying?
Chris,
So
let me
now you're
ask you
talking
this,
about
Chris.
women being materialistic.
Hey,
Who's doing that?
Did you miss me? You know what I'm saying? Barnell Hill,
Okay, Chris, let me ask you this because Nadia says she doesn't have a problem with doing it if it's the right situation. You, as a man, how do you feel about being approached by a female? Is that okay? Would they get that first date? Are they thirsty? As she may have alluded that some people may seem a woman to be.
So, like, I think it just really depends. Like, if a woman approaches, you know what I mean? If a woman approaches you, and it depends on the setting too. Like, it depends on where we at. If we at the mall, if you're working or if I'm working or something, like, I think it just all depends on the situation and the timing. Like, if you're at like a religious,
why does that matter?
Just because that could let you know that the level, the thirst level, you know what I mean? Like, if the thirst is strong, if she look like she need to go to the well, you know what I mean? If she looking real thirsty, and depending on the environment, then then you kind of like, I would take it as like, oh yeah, she just thirsty, she just, this is why she want to holler at me, you know what I mean? Because I'm in this setting, I'm in this scene. But if we just at Starbucks and I'm about to order hey, I seen you pass me by, it was, I don't know, like, I don't meet too many dark skinned brothers, like, something like that. It'll be a little bit different. But if we at the club and I'm chilling with my friends and you chilling with your friends, and you see we in VIP, and then you come up, hey, I was watching. Oh, okay, yeah, you watching me. I know you watching me. Because the you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, you're gonna be attracted to those things, but I won't. You know what I mean. I would want someone to be like genuine. I want the woman to be genuine. I want to be like at Walmart or something, and we cross paths, and hey, you know what I mean, like something in that setting. But I don't think women are thirsty if they trying to come talk to you. Some women just are just, you know what I mean. Some women just like what they see sometimes, and they like, you know what, I got, if I don't speak to this person, then they may not speak to me, But a lot of women feel like, all right, well, if he ain't noticed me, then he just ain't noticed me. It's plenty men out there, I feel like that's how a lot of women think. Like, hey, it's plenty of men out here that's gonna come sweep me off my feet. They be like, all right, well, maybe I didn't notice you. I don't know.
Nadia. Or Nadia.
I done lost. Through whatever he said, I done lost track of what the question was. Can you say that one more time, please?
Oh,
one more time.
See, that's the type of stuff that be going on.
One more time. Say it one more time.
A man be saying a man speak, and women don't even be paying attention.
Because you was rambling on. That's another thing. You're rambling on. Like, why?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lordy.
So, Nadia, he said it depends on the setting. If we out and about, that's all good for a lady to do it. But if we in a setting where a club where men typically would approach the woman and ask to dance or, get a drink or whatever it is, then
Right.
it may seem thirsty in that settings.
Mhm.
Do you agree? Does setting matter, or should a woman be okay to approach a man no matter what?
Anywhere? Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, anywhere. I understand what he's talking about, where the setting and versus like Starbucks, where it's more laid back, casual. The club is more. You see more people, throwing up the money and buying drinks and bottles, and it become materialistic, and you see a lifestyle that's not even really the lifestyle that they live Monday through Friday. So I totally understand what he's saying right there. But I think that, it doesn't matter, where the setting is. I mean, if you see what you like, go for it. Don't be afraid to open up your mouth and say, hey, boom, I think you fly. What's up with me and you?
Okay. What about you, Claire? Where do you fit as far as women approaching men?
I don't have a problem with that at all. Actually, growing up as in a Christian home and stuff like that, you're told not to do that. You know what I mean? You're told not, like, men are supposed to approach you, a man that find it a good, good thing or whatever. He find the wife or whatever. So that's how I grew up. But as I later in life, I kind of looked at things a little differently, and I don't see anything wrong with a woman approaching a man. And it doesn't matter. Well, I don't know. The environment might be a little different. I've never been to a club, so I can't really say or whatever. I don't have an opinion about that. But I guess it doesn't matter where
Okay.
you approach the man. Maybe how you do it might be a little
Right.
Okay, let's get into that. Let's get into how the approach is made, Claire, since you brought it up.
Okay.
Game. When men throw those one-liners, you can kind of, not kind of, you can tell that they're throwing lines, but maybe they got themselves together. Does throwing the one-liners, the game, does it work? Or can it also work, yet you see through it, you're not fooled by it, but you're okay with them throwing that game out? Where do you stand with the idea of having game?
Darius, you know good and well I hate that stuff. I hate it. It is corny. Girl, are you hurting? Because it looked like you were hurting when you fell from heaven.
Okay, but what if it's not that corny? That I don't think any woman will fall for that. But what if it's a little smoother than that?
Excuse me, I never heard a smooth game in my life.
Oh.
Or maybe the guy
you want to know
tried to throw game at me. I just thought it was corny anyway, because I was like, okay, if you're interested, just say you're interested. You don't have to go through all of that.
you really don't. You really don't.
I don't need all of that.
Okay, we'll get to Chris in a second.
You can just be like, oh, you're beautiful, or whatever you want to say, but all of that, the one-liners and all of that, no, I'm not interested in that. That's ridiculous.
Nadia, you on board? No one-liners, even if it's not super corny, fall out the sky. What if it's, I don't even know what a good example would be.
Give me a one-liner that's not corny.
Man, I don't even know.
Most one-liners are already thought up and just ready to shoot and deliver. So yeah, no.
So that's an automatic no.
Yeah, say that. Now I won't drop a brother, because he had a corny one-liner. I won't say that, but I'm just saying, just keep it away. Just stop and let's start all over.
To do it.
Yeah,
Chris.
just introduce yourself. Hey, boom, I'm, such and such. I thought you was very attractive. Yeah, I'm hot too. I'm hot too. Mhm.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah.
All
You be
right.
throwing out the one-liners. Where do you fall with the one-liners and the ladies?
Let me hear one liner from you for real, Chris. So
Yeah, I
For
want to
me?
hear how Christopher used to do it back in the day.
No. I didn't have to do one-liners,
Oh, boy, yo.
Oh no.
Hey, I ain't have to, I ain't have to,
Boy.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have to,
You don't got no sense. You something else.
oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh.
Man.
So
But
it's
yeah,
all smooth conversation with you.
so it's what's the one? I know heaven must be missing an angel right now because something something along those lines. I ain't never had to use one, but I think I think if I've ever used, I don't girl, I know your feet must be hurting because you've been running through my mind all day. You know what I mean? That's
God.
I've never had to use one though. I just I think more or less is like I think using like humor, like humor and
Right.
getting a female to laugh, getting a woman
There
to laugh.
you go.
I think that's
Okay.
that's like
That.
that's like my approach, or you know what I mean. That's how I would approach a woman. You know what I mean. It also depends on the setting. Like if you're in like some sort of like religious service, like maybe you know what I mean. Maybe like an icebreaker or something that's gonna break the ice. You know what I mean. Something that's something that's gonna
Right.
something that's gonna level the playing field. You know what I mean? Because when I look at it like this, women are here and we are down here. In order for so women are up here, men are down here. In order for us to get on the same playing field, right? You got to get her from up here. You got to get her to come down and kind of like mellow out. So y'all can be on the same. So y'all can be seeing eye to eye. Because
Why can't you go up? The heck? Why we gotta
Boom,
oh no,
man.
see that's the thing about it. We look, check me out. If we go up, right? Now we being looked at as being he think he all that. He think he think he got it. Oh, he think he fly because he got a Mercedes. He think he think he all that because he paid for my drink. He think he all that because you don't gotta hold the door for me. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gotta hold the door for me. I can hold the door. All right. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Well, shoot. Will you open the?
Who are you
Will
dealing
you?
with?
Yeah.
If you want me to get on the same level, then I ain't opening the door. I'll close the door behind me. You come on, go ahead, open it. Hey, we on the same. Hey, we on the. I don't move. I'm up here with you now. You know what I mean? I done moved up. So if I want to allow you, I need you to relax. I need you to come down off of that. You know what I mean? I need you to come down so we can see eye to eye. Because a lot of women, that's how they carry themselves. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get any attention or any time from a woman if they feel like it's gonna be worth their time. Because it's all about their time. It's not about our time now. It's not about what we got going on. Like
Chris, who have you been?
I'm just saying, it's like so so when somebody come try to holler at you, hey girl, let me holler at you right quick. Girl, you know what I mean? First thing I got stuff to do. You wasting my time. You wasting my time. But you ain't worried about my time, huh? You know what I mean? You worried about what your time is, what your schedule looking like. So
I got you.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all. So, quick question, ladies. So, if someone were to approach you and said, is there an airport nearby, or is that just my heart taking off? Y'all wouldn't fall for that?
That's so corny.
But it's the thought that
Like,
counts.
why? Why go through that?
Why are you going through all of that? That's just too much.
Yeah.
You're doing too much, okay?
What if they toned it down a little bit and they said you shouldn't wear makeup? It's messing with perfection.
That's too much. That's too much. Why can't you just be like
Way too much.
Yeah, why can't you be like, you know what? I really think you look you're beautiful, but I really think you look really beautiful without makeup. Like, and that's, I don't want to rub you the wrong way or anything. Why can't you just say that?
Okay. Let me ask you
I
this.
wouldn't get offended.
Say in the same ballpark, because I really honestly want to know the success rate. You're walking down the street, maybe got your bags, you're going shopping, and someone drives by, sticks their head out the window, say, "Scooey, hey girl." Have you ever?
I remember those days. Uptown.
Yeah.
And when after they yell that out, have you ever followed that up with like, "Hey, what's going on?" Or like, "Yeah, you can get my digits." Like, has it ever worked? I'm just curious if it ever worked.
Nope.
Heck no.
Not even once.
Hey, little mama.
No.
Hey, little mama,
No.
where you going?
Nope, not at
Hey, little
all.
mama.
Nope. Why are you yelling
Never.
at me? Why are you yelling at me? No, thank you.
Okay, let me
I'm
ask
not
you
here
this.
for it.
I got to follow up to that because that's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I was talking about at the beginning. You got men going on their way, just driving 60 miles an hour, and they see you, and that makes them stop. Just by the look alone, they have to stop. They have to put on brakes. They got to talk to this woman. Who is this one? I got to know. Scoo-wee, I got to know. Who are you? How do you not flattered by this?
Hey,
How does this not work? Chris, if you were walking down and this fine young lady stuck her head out and said, "Woo, Mister, hold up. I got to have them digits."
I'd have had a situation. I done had a situation where a female, she hit me with the this was out in Charleston. She hit me with the she hit me with the what did she say? Hey little daddy, hey little dad. I said, what? I'm like, who is that? It was weird, you know what I mean? Hey, it was weird. I was like, well, I'm like, what you talking? But I don't know if it was a game. It was, just to get my attention or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's men losing their job. They losing. Hey, they missing meals. You know what I'm saying? They putting their life on the line. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize it or not. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize it or not. All of this balling out and riding motorcycles, doing wheelies, trying to show off. They ain't showing off for another dude.
Yep.
They showing off for some females, for a woman. They showing off for a woman.
Okay.
That's them and their stupidity, though.
Come on, you got to appreciate the effort, though. Come on.
For popping willies?
As men, we go beyond the scope. We go beyond what we need.
That's what we're trying to say. But we trying to say is y'all don't have to do that.
But some women like that, though.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just joking. If I saw him popping up, showing off on his street bike, maybe, kind of cute. You know the deal? Just
but,
like
no, I don't know.
Names when you said so and so put up that big old heavy bookcase on his shoulder, he was showing off too, and you was like, "Oh yeah." Remember you told me I'm not gonna call him no names, but that's just like that.
Somebody call, man.
Yo, but but listen to
That's
this.
not the same.
Okay.
That's not the same. I already knew him, first of all.
No, but it don't matter if you. It don't matter if you just met him.
But
it
he
don't matter
wasn't
if
showing
you
off.
were with him. He
didn't even know I
your
was
guy
looking.
is gonna show off.
Oh, he knew you was
Showing
looking,
off.
Nadia. He knew
Yeah,
you
he
was
knew he was
looking.
looking for
That's
sure.
game.
He didn't know I was looking because he was behind me.
Nah,
No, it's not
he-
that he didn't know you were looking. It's the fact that he knew you were behind him. So there was that chance that he
was behind
that
me.
you would be looking at him, that you would do that. That
Yeah.
he would put that on his shoulder and
He
just
was
kind of
behind
show
me.
his strength.
that
He would
don't
show
matter.
his strength.
If you in the area, he trying to impress. He trying
Yeah.
to. Let me go ahead and throw this thing out real quick for the turn.
I mean,
You
women
think-
and men both do it. Like
What is-
we do it.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, even the animal kingdom does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little
Pink
hind or
pocket.
whatever to attract the male. Like, come on.
Oh.
Man, you know what? To this day, I'm a married man, and I still show off. You know how many trips I make to and from the car after we go grocery shopping to get in the house?
Right.
You know how many bags I'm carrying? I'm
for
carrying
your
all
wife.
the bags.
Oh, okay.
I want all the bags. I want all the smoke. I'm talking about I got the soda. I got the soda. I got water. I got
You carrying everything.
Yeah, the bread. And you
Well,
need
that's
help? No,
because-
I'm good. I'm good. I got this. Because I'm just, that's just my way of showing, like, hey, I'm a man. I got this. I can carry all these bags.
Yep.
Things
Well,
like
But
that.
that's
not
okay,
the
'cause
whole
I'm
popping
carrying all
willies
the
and
bags,
stuff like
too.
that, putting your life in danger.
Girl,
Would you-
please.
What you
Stop
think
playing. That's
What you think these rappers out here? What you think the rappers out here doing? These rappers ain't trying to impress no dude. Talking about shooting guns and selling drugs. Why? So what's the whole reason? What's the reason behind? What's the reason behind it? Everybody's reasoning behind. A lot of people want more money, right? What does more money give you? That just
Power.
give you huh?
Power.
You said more problems?
Power.
Oh, more power. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got more
Yeah,
money.
but I'm saying the question was, does it impress you? And I was saying, no, that does not impress me.
So money
You
doesn't
talking about putting
impress
your
you.
life in danger and people losing their jobs and like, no, just be straight up.
Well, he on his lunch break and he driving. He on his lunch break headed to work and he see you. He like, you know what? I'm 5 minutes. I gotta be back in 5 minutes, but I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna take a hit this time. I'm gonna have to call my boss. He gonna have to understand this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, does that not impress you? You like, hey, I know I just seen you. I was on my way to work. However, I had to stop. I had to turn back around. I'm about to be late, but this is what I need you to do. I need you to take my number down. You know what I'm saying? But call me when you get off of work. Hit me up tonight. Let's go for a movie, some dinner. You know what I mean? And we can just, let's hang out, let's vibe. And some women might like that. Some women like, what? This dude about to be late to work, and he stopped. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just to come talk. You know what I mean?
I
And some women don't take that into consideration. They're like, boy, bye. Get out my face.
I don't have a problem with that.
Huh?
I don't have a problem with that. Just as long as you don't or whatever you call that. Whatever. Yelling at me.
Get it right.
But yeah, I don't have a problem with that because the only reason why I don't have a problem with that, because maybe this would have been his only opportunity to see her. Maybe she took the route that she doesn't normally take. So I don't I don't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. Just don't yell. Don't be yelling at me. Do not do it.
Okay.
Thank you, now.
All right.
But don't be running up on you though, too, right? Though, if you are across the parking lot and you just see a man running full speed, hey, and he get up to you, I ain't want to yell, I ain't want to yell. So I was trying.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
You're like, I didn't want to yell, you know. I'm just trying to trying to see what's going on. Boy, you ran 300 yards just to get there.
Chris, you saying you can't do that get out run to approach a woman? You can't do that get out run?
Oh yeah, you can.
That is hilarious.
What is that? Who is that?
Cracking.
If we tell you one more time, that's Chris.
Which one?
Hey, that's what he hit you with the.
he do that cut after he got up close and found out she wasn't wearing no makeup or she ain't had herself together.
Gone. Oh man, yeah. That's what it'd be like that, you know. But I'm just saying, what would you do if a man did that? If he's just like, you know, I ain't trying to holler at you from across the parking lot. I'm gonna just roll up on you. But you know, a lot of women don't be rolling up on me like that. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Don't be running up on me like you don't know me, you know. Before you know.
You had it.
Huh?
I said the way you made it seem like was he was in a daggone football game ready to tackle her. That's the way you made it sound.
See, but if it was if it was Idris Elba, like he yelling across the parking lot, and you notice that, it'll be a totally different story.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
Why are you yelling?
What?
Walk across the field and come and
She gonna try and play hard to get, but she know at the end of the night when he call, she picking up that phone.
Hey, for real, you already know she might break out into that full sprint. hurdling over cars, you know what I mean? Trying to get she trying to juke out people, hitting with a swim move, you know, trying to get through people. If it was, you know, you can't even tell if Idris Elba was in a Walmart parking lot and he just you who's that? Oh, that's Idris. Oh. And half of the women wouldn't even get a man in. He already gonna be surrounded. You know, like he already gonna be surrounded.
Good for them, because it won't be me.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Stop.
Boy, you hear the lies and the hate up in this room, Chris?
Oh yeah.
You lied. Stop lying. Don't say I'm lying because.
Hey, hold on. He calling in. He trying to. Idris Elba. He trying to call in right now. He trying to call.
Dang. Hey, we got to end this podcast. Then we got to end this podcast. Trying to steal my wife.
What? What do you say?
See, she hypnotized already. She don't even know what's going on right now.
What did you say?
You mentioned his name and she all off in the clouds, dreaming and stuff.
No, that's not. No. What?
I can hear the theme song now. Wouldn't it be nice? Bum bum. She on the. She's dreaming about being in a tour of the Magic Kingdom with him. All kind of things. What's going on?
I didn't hear what you said. Okay.
I know you didn't. We know.
What's the name of that ride? The really weird ride and the ride at Disney World.
Space Mountain?
Not that one, the other one, the one where they're making like it might be Space Mountain, where they're making a little they singing the whole time.
Oh, Small World.
Oh,
yeah, real creepy.
World.
Small World.
That's exactly what Claire be doing. She thinking about that. She thinking about being on the ride. You know what I mean?
It's a small world. Be looking around. No, I just didn't hear what you said. I think it was cutting up or something. I can't remember.
Okay. So let me ask y'all. Let me start with Nadia because Nadia takes great offense to the game talk and she ain't feeling none of that.
Repeat that.
I said, let me talk to Nadia first because she blocking all games. She said, you don't come with her, don't yell at her, don't skeet at her, don't drop no lines. Yes, don't do none of that. Don't
Don't use that word.
you know none
I
of
don't
that.
want nobody skating at me neither.
But what I was saying is now you made me lose my doggone train of thought. But okay, so we talking about different levels, right? We talking about the guy yelling from the car versus Idris just, appearing out of nowhere and you falling in love. Like, what's it? So are you saying it's that middle ground that for a guy to approach you, that's the way that it'll happen for you? That
Yeah, like
someone
I'm just like you lose all the game. What is this game thing anyway? Like, no, I want you to be yourself. Any other time, like for example, I'm the type of person I don't like the whole one-liners. I don't like the game talk. I just want a conversation. If somebody come up and be like, "Hey, boom, I like your hair today. You look beautiful today. Do you mind me asking what your name is?" Or, excuse me, do you have a pen I can borrow? Or it's like
That's
starting a
game.
conversation. Just I know, but just something like that. It's just like it just seems natural. It doesn't seem like it's been rehearsed. That you tried it on somebody else and it didn't work, and they're like, no, this one line is it, and I gotta try it on somebody else because I know it's a surefire way to get one. Like no, just be yourself, and don't try so hard.
Okay. Okay.
There's
All right. I mean, that sounds great. That sounds amazing. What does it happen? Sure, it happens.
yeah. I get a couple like a few people or had a couple people here and there do it that way, and
Mhm.
conversations start by that way because you're actually being yourself and not seeming like you're being someone else. I mean, women can see through all that. I just want guys to know that. But
Okay, that's one thing that people should take out of this. That I guess women, but for some reason, I still feel to a degree it's expected that some level of game, as we'll say, we'll just generalize, some level of game is necessary to get that first date, to break through.
tell me this, Darius, because I definitely want to know, what do y'all call game? What is game?
Lots of things in game. Your looks is to me is part of game. You gotta look the part. Confidence is a part of the game. You gotta have that swagger when you approach the lady. And your approach, I would say, is the final piece of that game. You have to.
Don't curse, man. Shoot.
I can't see him on my phone. But the swagger and your approach, what you say, that first line, whether it is a cheesy one-liner or it's something that is disguised as natural, I don't think I think, unless you've been interacting with the person, like if we're talking about a cold approach, I don't know this woman, there's some level of disguise to what you're saying that most people will use versus, hey, because even if I said, hey, you're beautiful, I love to take you out, that's still some kind of swagger to it, some kind of game to it, So it's just how cheesy that goes. There's levels of that cheese versus to where that one line, that opening line, no longer works. So I think for men, it's getting as close to that line as it could possibly get without being cheesy. Because I think laughter is probably the easiest form of game. You know, that's what those cheesy lines are all about, is trying to get that girl to laugh. So how close to that line can you get without crossing? You cross it, you're done. But if you can get just close to it, you got that first date.
You be in that friend zone real quick.
Yeah.
Friend zone. I'm not really, you know, I'm seeing somebody. You like, what the?
Okay.
Like,
Chris.
like, are you seeing them, like watching them, or are y'all dating? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all dating, or you know what I mean? Like, you seeing something? You know what I mean? It's real. You know, you gotta your game gotta be
on point.
Yeah, you gotta be on point at all times, and sometimes, you know, if you go up to a woman and tell, you know, hey, I just wanted to tell you, you know, that I noticed you and that you're beautiful. I know. What? Like, how do you come after that? Like, what do you say next?
Who says
Nothing.
I don't. There's women out there that's like that.
If you
Okay,
say,
no, that's just rude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe she's either like trying to flirt back. So come on now. She could be like, I know, so you can keep going on, or maybe she just is very, very rude and stuck up.
Mm-hmm.
So that is for you to determine if you want to continue trying to holler at her or get with her. Choices, my brother. Choices. I think we have a big problem with choices when we choose people. But maybe that could be another topic. Just saying.
Choose.
I'm drinking my tea now.
Yeah, I'm saying, well, you know, yeah, you gotta
Because that's rude. She's being rude.
Choosing?
No, she being rude. So, like I'm saying, either if she's like, yeah, I know. Now, how did she say I know? Did she go, yeah, I know? Or did she say, yeah, I know? Okay.
Yeah.
And
that's up to you to say. If you decide to continue approaching her after she did the second one, then that's on you. For sure.
Oh no, but that would be, you know what I mean? If you're a man and you got game, then you know automatically, like, that's your cue to bounce out. Go ahead and bounce, man. Go that way, man. You might as well leave. Don't even stick around. As soon as you get that response, hey, go ahead and cut your losses, man. You know, you just you know what I mean. You just got shot down, man.
Finish him.
You know.
Hey,
that's the every you know, I'm gonna go off a little off topic. Every group, right? Every group of friends, you got that one ugly friend in the group. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like ugly. Now, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean. Not everyone has an ugly friend in the group, but you know what I mean. One of them.
If you don't, then you the ugly one.
Tell the truth now. Tell the truth. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know any ugly people in my group. I don't know. Like, you know, you start thinking about like, oh yeah, she pretty. Yeah, she pretty. Yeah, no, we all fine. We all 10. Are y'all? You know what I mean? Are you?
Okay.
No, but yeah, you know, you got that. You know, everybody got that one person, you know what I mean, in your group. But they're usually the ones that's like shooting these guys down. You know what I mean? They roll up. You roll up on them. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I just wanted to talk. Nah, she ain't talking to nobody today. She not. Hey, I'm not talking. I'm not talking to you. You know what I mean? But I'm saying that's the we gotta go through different levels. You know what I mean? As men, we're going through different levels
Obstacles.
through. You know what I mean? You got to go through the gauntlet
Dang.
sometimes to get to to a woman. You ever seen that movie? I think it came out in 1999 or something like that, called Entrapment. And they had like this entrapment, and there was like he set up this room with a whole bunch of lasers, red lasers.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She had to get in through. That's how it is sometimes as a man. We gotta buy when we gotta, we gotta barely, we gotta buy the right cologne, our socks,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You gotta have a fresh cut. If you ain't got the fresh cut, you gotta be nice and shaved, and you know what I mean? Everything has sometimes, not all the time, but most of the time everything has to go right. And a lot of women can't look past that initially. You know what I mean? Like if I dress like a bum and I went up to a woman,
Yeah.
then or if I lived in a homeless shelter, you know what I mean, and
Or a halfway house.
yeah, and I'm trying to holler at something. Some women can't look past that. Some women can't. Some women can. But as a woman, if you looking past that, like a lot of these women, they date men in jail. They get married to men in jail. They doing he doing life. They done gave him the whole book like they done gave him 1,000 years like a lemon tree. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't never ever getting out. But they, oh no, he a good. He done murdered like 4 or 5 people. You know what I'm saying? He done killed the dog, the fish. You know what I'm saying? And, so. But they look past that. They're like, oh no, he's a better person. But a lot of women can't look past the dude that's working at the Dollar Tree.
Right.
He working at the Dollar General.
Right.
You got, and that's why men fall in love in 3 days, because they did all that work and finally got that. Yes, it's over. Like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not trying this again.
You gonna get this ring. You gonna get this ring. You gonna get this ring. Hey, you.
It's a wrap. Just like that.
We getting married tomorrow. All right, tomorrow. This is it.
Okay.
You got gray hairs trying to chase. You chasing women. But it's just been like that. You know what I mean? The dog has always chased the cat. And it's always been like that, you know what I mean? And it's like we've been taught that growing up. Man, you go, you know what I mean? You in 3rd grade, man, go holler at that girl, man. Go ask her if she want to go to the Friday night dance or something.
Yep.
That, you know what I mean? I've been happening since, but and I think that's just like a part of like America. Well, it might just be like just in America. I think that's like a that's just like an unwritten rule, like as far as men like courting women, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just like common, and in chivalry and and things of that nature. So I really believe that's just like a part of the culture. But it's like we, as the years go by, it goes to different levels. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't first it started off. You know what I mean? You start off way back in the day. You could start off with something as small as like, hey, I'm a wash your car. I wash your car. Hey, you know what time it is? But I wash your car. He done shine my rims up. Got my car looking okay. But now a brother got to buy the car. You know what I'm saying? These days, you got to dang on buy the car in order to get through those levels. So it's like, or you gotta like fully support for them. You know what I mean? For them to be like, I'm gonna give this person a chance. He making $100,000 a year. I think he doing all right for himself. I guess, you know what I mean? I guess I can stoop down and and marry this man. I guess he worth it.
What about proposals? It's okay for a man or for a woman to ask a man out on a date, I think we all in agreement in that. But what about engagement? Nadia, would you ever ask a man that you've obviously been in a committed relationship with, would you ever ask a man to marry you?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Hey, y'all want equal rights now. Y'all
Yeah.
Hold on, let it talk.
I don't know because I don't know because I feel like a man if I don't know that's tough because in the back of my mind I'm like okay if I'm proposing to him like and I don't know like I don't know I don't see myself ever proposing to a man. Do I think it's okay? I mean, if the girl want to do that, I mean, hey, do that. But I personally wouldn't do it.
Okay, why? Why wouldn't you do it though?
I don't know. It's the weirdest. Like, it's just like because in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, this is the man. This is the breadwinner. This is a man who's going to be taking care of my household. You know, whenever he's ready to say, okay, hey, this is who I want, you know, my future to be with, then he'll be the one who says, okay, boom, I want to go ahead and marry you, da da da. I don't know. I don't think, yeah. I
But
don't
what if
see
you make it
myself.
more than him?
Huh?
What if you got your IT degree and you
Right.
got your bomb job
Right.
and you now making $25,000 more than him? You the breadwinner.
Uh-huh.
You dictate when your house is secure and financially okay. Is that still the same thing? Is it no longer, or does that flip?
I don't know, man. That's a tough one. That's
Mm,
a tough one. Come back to me on that one.
all right, Claire, is it ever okay for a woman to propose?
I mean, I'm not trying to say no, it's not, or yes, it is, but me personally,
Oh, so you're on the fence.
no, I'm just saying because I don't want to offend any woman out there that has proposed to her dude.
Okay.
But me personally, I'm not proposing to a guy because I don't know. I just think that men know when they're ready.
Yeah.
And they know when they want to be, committed to, to that person, to that woman or man or whatever. Me personally, I mean, I wouldn't because I want to make sure, I want to know and be sure that he's ready and he's ready, that he's ready to do this. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, because if he ain't say nothing yet, then like that's
like
one awkward conversation.
I just feel like I don't know. Traditionally, like I don't know. I just can't like be like, "Hey, Billy, will you marry me?" And we just be like, and him. I don't know, because I'm thinking he might be like, "I'm not ready. Why are you proposing to me? Did I ever like show you the signs that I was ready?" I don't know. I just think men know when they're ready to commit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like women know when they're ready to be married. They just know it.
Okay, Chris. So what I'm hearing is there's uncertainty, that there's some doubt that the spouse or the mate is not on the same page, and there's doubt. You're not sure whether or not they will take you as a bride because you're saying that they haven't given you the signals. They're saying you're not ready. You a man, you married, you've proposed, you've had to risk that same rejection and fear. But before we get to that, let me ask you how you feel about, as a man, having a woman propose to you. How would you take that if your wife beat you to the punch and proposed? Or maybe she did. I don't know.
That would be I think that would be a little weird for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think that would.
Say,
Zay, what you think? You gonna let a woman propose to you?
come here, Zay. Go to bed, boy.
All right. So it would be weird for a woman to propose to you.
Yeah, I think it would be really weird for a woman to propose to me. I think the weirdest part for me is like seeing a woman get down on her
On her
knees.
knees.
In
You don't have to.
the only time.
Okay,
You know
okay. You
what?
don't even have to finish that. Darren, stop laughing. Stop, Darren. Entertaining him. Stop it.
You know, that's,
You see what you did to my phone?
did you miss me? No.
My phone.
Okay.
Yeah, gun it.
Okay.
Oh, I
Let me
want to
try
hear
and
you
salvage
talk
this,
like
Chris.
that ever again.
Hey, no, but
Dang it. Oh,
no, but
Okay, Chris. So, because a lot of times to get a man to propose, usually a man wants to feel secure that he knows the answer. That is not a true question. At that point, you know. So the woman has either spoken directly about it or maybe dropped hints about it.
yeah.
So the only real difference, so they telling you that they
They're
ready to
ready.
go without asking you.
Yeah, the
Okay.
signs are there. The signs
So-
are there.
Yeah,
So-
then what's wrong with that?
No, I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. So they basically the one to say, okay, let's get married now,
Yeah, she's just letting you know. Yeah.
versus the man, and the man just taking ownership of it and then actually asking the question to make it official. But a lot of times the women, so for a woman to just go ahead and go all the way,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I agree. It is very awkward. I've seen the pictures, I've seen it on the videos of the female getting on a knee and asking the male. And that, because of our culture,
Yeah.
makes it very weird. And I try to look it up. I try to see what, cultures do the women. I'm sure there's got to be somewhere that the
It
women.
sure ain't outside of America. I know that's for sure.
Well, the only
They
place
don't
I can
play
see. Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I can't find a list. So
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
that's what I'm saying. It's very,
Rare.
very, very, very rare for.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently,
Mm-hmm.
that it does happen on leap year, the day, the day of leap year.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, I've never heard of this. I'm trying to pull it up as we talk, but apparently that maybe according to an old Irish legend, so Ireland, or possibly history, Saint Bridget struck a deal with Saint Patrick to allow women to propose to men, and not just the other way around, every 4 years. This is believed to be introduced to balance the traditional roles of men and women, similar way how leap day balances the calendar. Sounds crazy to me, but apparently that is somebody's culture that, I guess, in Ireland, since we're talking about Irish here, they will propose to men on leap year. I don't know why it's okay, just because it's a weird, funky thing in the calendar, because we couldn't get it right. The rotations around, that's bizarre. But yeah, so on leap year, Nadia, it's okay. Just go ahead and get on that knee. Don't listen to what Chris said. Go ahead and get on the knee.
Unless I'm moving to Ireland, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, nah.
Okay. I thought I'd throw that out because I thought it was kind of we at this level where it's okay for a woman to ask a man to go out on a date, but hold up, if you want to ask to go on that date forever, you can't do that. That's weird. So that's a kind of a cultural norm that is a little bizarre.
It's just strange. It's just strange. You know what I mean? What? It's just strange. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think it's just very strange. Like what man is going to allow a woman to kneel in front of them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's. Are you gonna be wearing jeans or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have jeans on, you gonna have a dress on, you know what I mean?
See,
so
me and you tilted our head at the same time.
Huh?
Me and T tilted our head at the same time. Like,
yeah, like no, it's the only reason why I'm saying that is like if I see my you know what I mean, this female that I'm courting, if I see her about to get down on her knee, no, baby, what you doing? Yeah, what? You know what's up? You don't need to, you know, like I just feel like that's so weird. You know what I mean? Just because, like, you know what I mean? Like,
in 2018 now, Chris. I mean, gender roles.
But then another thing is, though, for a man to stand erect, right? For a man to, you know what I mean? For a man to stand erect while a woman is going down on her knee, and you brave enough. You brave enough to stand there. You brave enough to stand straight up and look down.
And look down at her.
And allow her to proceed.
Wait,
what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to get lower?
I wouldn't.
Earlier, I'm tripping right now.
No. You know, no. I'm talking. No. I'm just saying. Like, I just feel like it would just. I feel like it's just like really, really weird. Like, if I didn't want to stop her, if she wanted to do something like that, right? And I didn't want to stop her, the first thing I'll do.
Get down
I'm
with her.
Eye level. I'm gonna get down on my. I'm
exactly.
Gonna get I'm not gonna stand. I'm not gonna stand up and look down.
Right.
And she hold my hand.
So see,
if I'm supposed to be, you know, because traditionally, well, not even traditionally, in some religions and some, you know, we are supposed to be the head, you know what I mean? So
right.
How are you allowing this to take place? If you know what I mean, if you're supposed to be the head, then you should be the one making these decisions. Like, hey, this is the day when I'm going, when I want to proceed with this. You know what I mean? With her approval. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just think it's really weird for a man to. You know, I know there's certain instances where it's like, hey, you know, we want, you know, women want equal treatment, equal rights, you know, but I think in that sense, I think it takes away from chivalry. You know what I mean? So like, that's a weak. I feel like you're a weak man if you allow. And that's just me. That's just me. You know what I mean? I just feel like you're weak if you allow a woman to do that.
So how do men like when a man says, yeah, man, she proposed to me last night and I accepted? Like, how do you talk to your boys about that?
That's just like some of these. That's just like, think about it like this. I feel weird sometimes if my wife drives. Sometimes sometimes I'm like, you know what? Hey, you know how many times so that's just like this. I've looked at men sideways, right? When I'm at the gas station and your girl is pumping the gas.
Oh, that happened to me.
What? What?
I had to change my own tire with my ex-boyfriend in the passenger seat.
Oh, I hope he became an ex that very same minute.
He became the ex that day. Yes, not even that day. Within me finishing my tire. Oh, you got to go.
That like I've never asked my wife to pump any gas. I would never, and now the only reason why I would ask her to do something like that is if we were doing something, you know what I mean, to get, like if I was doing something that kind of that would take me away from the pump. But I would just be like, you know what? Instead of me being like, hey, you pump this gas, I'm gonna finish pumping the gas, and if I got to go in the gas station, we gonna go in there together.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm not gonna go inside the gas station and be like, hey, finish this up while I go inside the gas station. You know what I mean? I think I've done that on my hand. I've probably only done that like twice or so. Be like, hey, finish pumping this gas. I'm gonna go inside and get some stuff. You need some stuff? You know what I mean? Probably like twice. And probably the only reason why it would happen like that is if we was on the road going somewhere. You know what I mean? And we trying to knock out, we not trying to burn time, you know. But I would never sit in the car and watch. And I feel like that's really, you know what I mean? How do you tell your dad that as a man? You know, how do you tell your father that?
Okay.
She got down on her knee, you know what I mean?
So
what? Boy, if you don't,
I'm getting what you're putting down. I'm picking it up. Yeah. But are you saying? I'm not saying this is my experience, but so if your woman is making all the money, and say if your woman like decides she really likes to mow the grass, and you know. If the TV got to be hung, she want to hang the TV. Like, is you saying that's that's bad? Is that what you're saying?
What, as far as her doing that?
Yeah, if she just want to do all that stuff, you know, make all the money, mow the grass, lay down the floor when we need to lay the floor down, like, you know, that's a bad thing.
You got some women like that.
I personally like doing that.
I like doing it. Hey,
you got someone like that?
I like building stuff and stuff like that. I mean, I tried to mow the grass, but I can't mow the grass no more. I can't mow the lawn no more because I broke the last riding lawnmower I broke. So I don't know how I broke it, but I'm not allowed to do that no more. He won't let me.
But you also have to think about it like, huh?
Who said? Somebody said somebody got fired. Yeah, is that you?
I'm mad you haven't caught on. It's been 2 hours. You haven't caught on yet. Who doing it?
I heard somebody say you're fired, and I was like, yeah, I got fired. That's right. Yeah, let me find out that was you. Oh my God. Y'all gonna tell me who that is with the sound bites.
Hey, look. So, this is the thing about it though. Like, you know, if as a woman, if you're doing all of this stuff, right? You know, you doing, you know, you watching HGTV, and you done took up the whole bathroom floor. You know what I mean? You did all the plumbing, and he in there just watching you, or he just downstairs. Then you might be with the wrong person.
Oh,
because look, if that person ain't willing to, you know what I mean, ain't willing to help. You know, especially if it's yours, especially if it's like.
What if I'm the handy person?
Yeah, no, you could be a handy person, and all, you know, he could help out somehow, some way, you know, he could read the directions off to you or something, you know what I mean? Or be like, hold on, let me hand you this tool. Oh, you need that tool? Yeah, let me hand this to you.
But what if I don't know the difference between a Phillips head and
you know what I mean?
But what if I don't know the difference between a Phillips head and a flathead, and I'm just no good, Chris, man.
You need to go to some dang on school.
Wait, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I'm saying she should be able to teach you that. She should be able to teach you that stuff that your daddy should have taught you.
Oh, snap. Okay.
That's why when I showed y'all the picture of the dude in the bathroom, he had the urinal with his pants all the way down to his ankles. Everybody else got their pants up. He the only one in there butt naked, pants all the way down to his ankles, using the urinal. If your daddy was there, you would, you would know. Brother, pull your pants. That's what the zipper for. You know what I'm saying? Why you out here? Why you out here acting like you at the like you on the potty or something? You know what I mean? Like you got the you 2 years old still. You know. That
is hilarious.
But that's the But since we talking about like a woman, like they had a movie called The Proposal.
I didn't see that movie.
You haven't? So it was with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds, and she proposed to him. She got down on her knees and proposed to him.
Did it work out?
She was the breadwinner. You know what I mean? Yeah, he did. She was the breadwinner. She was like the CEO of the company or whatever like that. And she was, I guess her citizenship was gonna get revoked or something like that. So he was like, well, I'm not gonna marry. The only way I'm gonna marry you is if you propose to me.
Wow.
And he, and he allowed her, you know what I mean? He told her that's what she had to do.
And
he said yes. Yeah, but it was only like an agreement, like a contract marriage, But it ended up turning, turning around, you know what I mean, for them or whatever. But she was like, CEO of a company, and he was working for her, and so it was like she was like the power, like she had the money, you know what I mean? She was the breadwinner, she had the most power, so.
Keep it real, Chris. So you trying to tell me if your name was Stedman and Oprah rolled up on you and got down on one knee and said, "Do you, Stedman, take me to me," you would say, "Nah, sister, stand on up, sister."
You know what? Hey, see that I would definitely tell her to stand up. I would say yes and be like, hey, we gotta redo this, or we gotta do this over. We gotta redo this.
You can't be wasting Oprah time like that. You ain't getting no redos now.
Oprah is not getting on her knees. She don't have to get on the knees. She can just stand up and be like, "Okay, Stedman, I'm ready to get married. Well, let's plan a date."
All of my life I had to fight.
Ah, Lord, man.
I was married now.
Well, fam, we done tore through this whole episode of men versus women, the craziness that ensues. And the time has flown by. The people, they got to get ready for the next episode. Next episode is going to be a takeover. My boy, Demetrius Stokes, he hosts the GOAT debate, the greatest of all time debate. He's going to come and take this podcast over next week, and he's going to bring his podcast. They take topics and find who's the GOAT in that given topic. Who's the GOAT of R&B singers? Who's the GOAT of NBA scores? Whatever that topic may be, he's going to come in next week and he's going to take over our podcast. And we're gonna jump into some GOAT debate next week. But until then, we're, of course, as I mentioned at the top, we're at SVP Podcasts on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I already said, I'm gonna say it again. YouTube. Subscribe is what I'm trying to say, Nadia. I'm trying to say subscribe. Show some love. Share the podcast with your people. Let them know we around. We're going to thank Chris for coming in with the laughs today. He was on point with his suit and tie. getting, getting dressed up on the swagger. Chris, you got anything for the people?
No, man. It was an exciting podcast. Very exciting. Great conversation. I will definitely be back. I will be back.
All right. We will have you again. Nadia, you got anything for the people? SVP Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah, I love y'all. Thank you for your support. We notice our numbers going up, and we getting there. We're gonna bring, you know, as much positivity and some hot topics for y'all, and we appreciate everything that y'all doing so far.
That's right. That's right. Next couple of weeks are gonna be fire. We got a lot lined up. We got some guests that are gonna be dropping by the next couple of weeks, so it should be good. Claire, what you got for the people?
Nothing. Just have a safe holiday. It's Labor Day, so tomorrow. Hate to date the show like that, but have a safe holiday and get as much rest as you need to get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right. I don't know if I've said it yet, but make sure you follow us, SVP Podcast. I don't mess up the name so many times. SNV Podcast on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. And we thank you for stopping by. We will see you next Sunday, 8:15, 8:30, depending if the women are ready. Peace.